what I'm on here for about is Queen Sheba.
Say that louder now. We don't get to hear that often. Say it louder. I think you are very open-minded about a lot. I think you haven't had an opportunity to experience a conservative relationship. Hold on. And if and when you do, come back and talk to me. Yeah.
What you don't realize is that you don't listen, man.
I don't have to. You're not my daddy.
All right, the palace. It's time for I Said What I Said Saturdays, right here on Queen Sheba. All right, the palace. Let's go. Damn.
I hope y'all are ready. It is time for I Said What I Said. And if you are new here, welcome.
Happy Shut Your Ass Up Saturday. You already know the assignment. Pretty simple. Keep the petty on high heat. And if somebody starts talking that silly shit, it's shut your ass up. Petty-luya.
And that's it. That's all. Welcome, everybody, to Saturday morning. I Said What I Said. This show is for you. If you are new here, we are happy to have you. This is where the viewers get to call in and sound off. There is no right or wrong. It is what it is. Nobody knows you're here. Nobody knows you're here. Listen, this Saturday show it's your opportunity to click the link. You call in, you confess, you confront, you can vent, you can sound off. Hell, you can even shoot your shot. You can ask your mother-in-law to please go home. Christmas is over. Ma'am, what are you still doing here? You were supposed to be gone yesterday. I don't know what it is. Maybe the HOA fined you for hanging those Christmas lights all around your gate. I don't know. Nobody knows you're here unless you tell them. So click the link. Come on up and say whatever's on your mind. No filters, just pure uncut truth. Let it out, honey. We are sitting here. We're listening. I said what I said. Now, this is how it works. It's a lot of fun. I don't control the show. It's unscripted. You never know who's going to call in. Now, if you hear your name, because you just may hear your name, it could be 1 in a million. There's 2 rules. Number 1, don't take it personal. And number 2, when you are done, you need to sign it, seal it, and deliver it by saying, I said what I said. Don't keep talking after that. Because once you say I said what I said, it's a wrap. That means you stood on business. I just need a few. Is there one? Is there one in the chat that is ready to stand on business? And if so, I am going to bring you up. Once we've completed the segment of I said what I said, then we slide into hot topics. That's it. That's all. Okay? It's not a panel discussion. It's I said what I said. You get the floor. All by yourself. Nobody's going to interrupt you. I'll wait patiently. I feel like every week I come up here, I got to beg. What are y'all here for? Y'all should already be ready to go. You should already know who you going at, who you trying to holler at, what you going to say. I ain't begging y'all this week. I am not. I ain't begging at all. I do have something to say, though. I have one. I have one moment of I said what I said. Listen, let me make sure ain't nobody. This one is to my husband. Now, I told you what kind of purse I wanted for Christmas. And I'm not an ungrateful ass bitch. I'm not. You know, I hope he ain't listening. Lord have mercy. I hope that man is not listening. But listen, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Sir, let me make sure. Look, I appreciate the purse you got me. But that is not what the fuck I asked for. And I said what I said. Next time you give me what I asked for. That's it. That's all. Welcome, Earn with Nicole. What you said?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you. You got the floor.
All right. Hello, Palace. I know I'm going to be hated for this, but it is what it is. I love my girl, Mel, but I have to say the customer service has gotten sucky. I ordered something November 11th, the day after my birthday, on her birthday. It's taken over 30 days. I've gotten a tag that says It's been, tracking, nothing coming out yet. So I have a problem with that. Like, stop doing all these sales if you can't even get the first set out. And I said what I said.
That was Earn with Nicole. She said what she said. Listen, unscripted show. She said what she said, but I can tell you this. Reach out to her, Nicole. Nicole's dropping back down to join the chat. And listen, let her know, hey, where's my stuff? Oh, let me drop the link. Who else? Let me drop the link, child. Oh, child. Let me take a sip of my champagne. Hold on now. Now, on Saturday morning, I said what I said. Y'all know I can't wingman it. I can't get in it. Now, I want to. You got to let people have their moment. See? You see how that's it. You see how fair we are? Y'all say exchange it. Is there anybody else? Or y'all just going to sit here and continue? Y'all going to be gluttonous. Gluttonous is where you just take. You just take, you're going to devour. Come on, y'all. Reciprocity. We got another caller. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Is it my turn?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, hello, Palace and Queen Sheba. Anybody that's giving away free cruises, do not cancel their damn cruise when they ask a damn question. I said what I said.
I don't want to talk about it. you just said I'm gonna talk about it. I get angry. I don't want to.
Okay, listen. Unscripted. The lines are open. The lines are open. Everybody stay focused. Stay focused. I'm dropping the link. Somali Queen said, oh, I see what's happening today. Oh, listen. I said what I said. This is a show for the viewers to sound off, to vent, to shoot your shot, to get it off your chest. Okay, even if it's about me. Y'all know how this goes. You can call in, you can confess, you can confront, you can sound off, you can say whatever's on your mind, uninterrupted. Now, you can't take it personal because they waited until Saturday. I said what I said. I have no idea what people are going to call in and say. And then when you are done, you need to sign it, seal it, and deliver it by saying, I said what I said. Damn. The lines are open. The lines are open. So y'all just gonna sit in the audience and feast. Listen, I'm here. Y'all just gonna sit in the audience and feast. That's called gluttonous. That's called greed. You got to contribute. You can't just, as a matter of fact, this is how you can contribute. Listen, help us get to New York. We going to New York if the price is right. If we can raise enough money, we are going to New York. Hold on, we got another person. This is how y'all can contribute. The banner is at the bottom of the page. Send the palace to New York, okay? CashApp QueenShibaBiz. We need to get to New York, but I can't do it without you, okay? Alex, welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Good morning, Palace. Good morning, Queen. Thanks for having me. I am standing on how I am about to unsubscribe to so many YouTubers who claim that they're so women. The moment something comes out about Tamar, they rip that woman a new one. And so I'm so grateful for you coming up and doing the I listened to it the other day when Mendici came out and you did the rebuttal and all of that. So I'm so grateful. I'm like,
Hold on, Alex. Hold on, Alex. Give us 1 second. There you go.
Okay. Can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. That sounds great. Keep going, Alex.
Okay. No, I'm saying I'm so grateful to you, and there's a few other YouTubers like give her the benefit of the doubt, the grace at some time. And I'm just like, my God, but then y'all be the same people on YouTube crying when people say anything about your favorite, something or whatever. But this woman gets broken down to the least common denominator. I'm like, my God, the man said they ain't married. But she knew. And I'm like, okay, time to unsubscribe and get back into my.
Hold on. Let's go, Alex. Let's do a mic check. You was cooking. Let's
Did
wait.
you?
Go ahead.
Did you
Go
hear
ahead.
me?
Go ahead.
Okay, where did I stop?
You
I'm
said,
just saying, go ahead.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I'm just so grateful for the positive female YouTubers who extend grace, because we're not perfect by no stretch of the imagination. But these holier than thou women, they rip these black women apart, and they're black women, and I'm sitting there like, okay, it's time to disconnect and get back into my books. I said what I said. Thank you for having.
Period. That's Alex. She says some of y'all ain't that. You ain't who you say you is. Because the first time you get to go around and around, you take your shot at another black woman. That's what she said. That was Alex. She said, you can't even fix your mouth to stand in the gap for another one. Because you ready to shoot you ready to double team. She said, some of y'all like to team up and pile on. And she's about to unsubscribe to a lot of you. That's what she said. Is there another one? Is there one? The doors of the palace are open. Listen, pull up. It is what it is. Pull up. Is there another one? That's it. I know y'all ain't punking out. As much shit as y'all be talking in inboxes, as much shit as y'all be talking behind the scenes, I like people that can keep it real. Listen, we got another caller. Hold on. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. Inez Martin, what are you standing on? Inez, we ready?
Hey, Queen. This is Inez.
Well, okay, go ahead. You got the floor. What you
can't hear
standing
me?
on? I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so
okay, go ahead.
I've ordered a lot of products from 7th Avenue Beauty. I had melon issues. I spoke with Dawn. You have to go on her TikTok and respond to Sean. Hold on, I got an echo. And I had some of my issues were like I received my package, it was open. And then another time I received a package, it said it was delivered, but I didn't receive it. So I screenshot and took pictures of my products, and I inboxed Sean on TikTok, and she responded back like the next day, and then she apologized and everything for the inconvenience, even though it could have been the post office stealing my packages. But they rectified the situation, and she resent me out the products with a tracking number. So I never had any issues, and the communication is top tier. So I don't know what happened to that other lady, but the communication, they communicate like all the time. So I don't know what happened with her products. And I said what I said.
Let the games begin.
Period. All right. That was Inez Martin. She said, listen, any difficulty, any challenge I've had, mine was rectified. And I'm sure yours will be too, if you take the necessary steps. She said what she said. We're going to the next caller. Welcome, L. Bell. Saturday morning, I said what I said. What are you standing on? You're on mute.
Hey, Queen.
Hey,
Queen. Hey, Palace. Hey, y'all. Hope everybody had a good holiday. But I got to read my cousin down. Jesus. So, my favorite cousin. Go with me, y'all. Less than 30 days apart. This was like my sister. I don't have siblings. So, I'm like, oh, we down. Whole life. 40 years was down. She stole some money from me last year. We were doing a business transaction, and she just decided that she want to steal $500 from me. I'm a single mother. You're married. Excuse me, right? But okay. Not only did she steal it, but she cussed me out in the process because I was just shocked that she even thought that you could just steal it from me without, like, excuse me, right? So, okay. She cursed me out. I'm shocked. I'm like, okay, broke my heart. I'm not even going to lie. It broke my heart because I never thought. I mean, she went so far, called me B's, H's, everything. I would never, ever talk to another Black woman like that, especially one that I know their story. Like, I know what you've been through. Even if we have a disagreement, we got to keep it cute. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not the way that we need to handle each other. Anywho, we never talked about it. I iced her out. I finally get to the point where I'm like, we have to talk about this because it was just weighing on my spirit. My uncle, her dad, passes away. So now I have to keep it cute and especially classy because it's not the right time to talk about it. But I want you to know that, baby, I would never, ever trust you like that again. I would never get close to you. She said something in the mix, talking about my husband told me not to do it. You mean your husband that left you in a house with no milk, with no food, with no gas, with no that I was fighting you for? That husband told you not to do what? Girl. And then you turn around and snake me? Baby, I will never trust you again. Wow. And just because I'm keeping it classy don't mean we good. We will never be good again. It's terrible, but hey, we had 40 good years. What can I say? We will never, ever be close again. You can text me all you want. I can, hey, how you doing? You all right? Amen. But no, we will never, ever.
Can you sign it, seal it, and deliver it? We just need you to say, I said what I said. She logged off. She said what she said.
I don't care. I said what I said. I meant what I said.
Yeah, period. Listen, Dana, what you standing on? You come off mute, Dana. Dana?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, go ahead, Dana. You got the floor.
This is actually my first time, and I was like, I've been, listening to your channel for a very long time, and someone that's pretty shy, but I decided that I would, step in here. I know I said what I said, and I have to, sign, seal, and deliver, but I wanted to use this opportunity, Queen Shiba, to just kind of let you know that you're a very wise woman. Sorry if my voice is a bit shaky. That's because it's my first time trying this out on YouTube ever. And there are things that you say that it kind of triggers me, but I don't know if I should say sometimes it hits like you're talking to me, and I'm like, I really want to say something back to her because that hit me. For example, when you're talking about Mendy's situation with Yandy, and you were talking about like women, like sometimes we allow what we allow, right? And then when the man start treating you that way, then you kind of, you allow it basically. And there are some things that maybe because I'm kind of shy being up here, but there's certain comments that you have made that, kind of triggered me. And I'm like, I really want her to know my story. And if I'm at fault, watching Married to Medicine, Toya's situation, and listening to the comments that even our beautiful palace members have spoken about, it also hit me. The reason why I'm saying this is because I'm currently separated from my husband. I have a newborn baby that I'm nursing, and I left while I was pregnant because of constant chaos. And I was looking at it like I have to choose my children as opposed to staying. But then I hear the word pick me's and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore. I came back home to Nigeria to nurse because I had no help and my family in Nigeria. So I had to come with my children, two of my boys, to come and get support because I have no family back in Canada. And so your message is what helps me to give me, courage and stuff. Because friends, obviously, I have become a laughing stock to friends because I have been so vulnerable to them. And when I become vulnerable, then you lose your respect and your dignity as a person. And so I listen to your message and it gives me encouragement. I'm sorry that I'm long-winded. It's just a lot has been piling on, listening and listening, and I'm like, this really speaks to me. But I also wanted a support group where I can speak out and say, am I really the problem? So coming here to Nigeria to get that support, I'm beginning to work on myself to look at how I can improve and be a better mother to my children, and and also a wife. But then my ex or a strange husband has told me that you think it's over, you're coming back, right? When you come back, you're gonna, like basically almost like it's a battlefield. And I am scared. Why I said I'm scared is I'm coming from a place of emotional anguish that I'm coming to face a man. He's so upset that I left the marriage. He's so upset. So I just wanted to use the opportunity to say that as much as I'm vulnerable by saying I'm scared, because when I go back, I have to file for divorce and go through that process with two young children. As I'm talking to you, I'm holding one in my arm as I'm talking to you. And sorry if I start getting emotional. I'm really trying to hold it in. I'm so sorry. But I'm scared going back. I'm scared because he has family and I don't have family in Canada, but he has family. And I remember his family telling me that they will hire the best lawyer in town to deal, you know what I mean, to make sure that obviously everything, like he gets whatever he wants to get. And the man telling me that you will be back. You're going to be struggling alone with these two children. You don't know how to do anything, but yet I'm the one that used to care for him. And because I decided that I could not stay in the abuse anymore and decided to leave 6 months pregnant, then I'm being told that when you come back, you have to take care of these children by yourself. And I'll be here waiting for you, basically, to battle it out. And so I just wanted to say that I'm not afraid of him, but if I say that, then I know I'm lying. So I have to be vulnerable to say that I know that the battle is,
Yep.
I have to go fight it. I know that it's going to be a scary part. Childcare, figuring out how to take care of two children by myself with no family, and friends that, basically I'm being tolerated, but I don't blame them.
Okay.
And I said what I said.
No, say it a little bit stronger.
I said what I said.
Period.
Period. I can't believe I
Period.
did that. Yeah.
Period. That's it. I said what I
Period.
said. You keep saying
I
what you need
said
to
what
say.
I said.
Period.
Yes. Period.
Let them hire the best lawyers they can find. You still have rights. That's it. That's all. You're not concerned with that. You say what you need to say until you build your confidence. And when you step in that courtroom, you better step in there like you own that motherfucker. I wouldn't care if he had the United States Army behind him. All it takes is one call out for God to be on your side and you can take down a whole army. You better remember who the hell you are. You are a woman that gave birth to nations. Something he can never do. Stand in your glory. And I said what I said.
Thank you very much, Queen Shiba. I'm really happy to speak to you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. That's Dana. Y'all make sure y'all love on her from the chat. It takes a lot to call into this show. We never know what we're going to get. Eyes don't lie. Did I get you already? What you standing on?
Hey, Queen, how are you?
Good, good, good. What you got for us?
Okay. I love you. I love your commentary. I love how you look at all sides of the situations. I am unsubscribing. I think a previous caller said something about unsubscribing to some of these YouTubers. I agree wholeheartedly. If you can't come with all sides and constructive criticism, get off the damn docket. That's how I look at life because we all got some effed up situations going on that we need to rearrange and get right. And I think that we need to give everybody grace. And as far as this, I'm really speaking on this Tamar shit. The Tamar shit has rubbed me the wrong way. That girl is toxic, but she also is a human being. And the way that the world has slandered her because of one fake ass friend, I wanted to choke his ass myself. but he got some issues he need to work on as well. But for women, the lady that just hung up, I commend you. I'll pray for her, and I'm wishing her well. And all the ladies, support what's good in life. Worry about yourself first. Without us, nothing will be solid. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. And I said what I said. Unsubscribe to all the BS. It's not good for us. Thank you, Queen. I love your commentary. Have a blessed day. And I said,
I will pray for you, but if you get on my nerve, I will cuss you smooth out. My mouth ain't under control yet, and I can throw these hands. And let me tell you something, if I get my hands on you, I promise you, you gonna know you've been in a fight. But I'm trying not to go there because I'm in transition.
I'm in a transition. Listen, eyes don't lie. She came up, she stood on business, she said what she said. Coco, welcome. What you standing on?
Hello, Queen. Hello, Palace. I'm always in the bushes. This is my first time on, so I'm a little nervous. But I'm standing on um the Georgia Department of Justice, the way that they handle the mental ill. I have a mentally ill adult son, and it's been a real struggle because he's an adult, and he got arrested for a misdemeanor, and he's been in there a year, almost a year and a half, with no bond because we're waiting on a mental evaluation to be done in the state of Georgia. Um, they said it's only one person in the state of Georgia that does this. As a mother and as a voice for my son, I just feel like that my hands are tied because I can't help him. Um, and they just suck. And I feel like you need to be more people to stand up for the mentally ill. It's not enough voices for them. And as a mother, I just feel weak and vulnerable at this moment because I can't help my son. So I just want to put my two thumbs up and toot my ass up to the Georgia Department of Correction and the Georgia Department of Justice. And I said what the fuck I said on this day.
Listen at me and listen at me clearly. If you don't want me coming for you, then just stop fucking coming for me, okay?
Georgia Department, and she said what she said. Donna, welcome to Saturday. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Baby, can y'all hear me?
Yes, baby. We can hear you, baby.
Oh, yes. Lord, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to everybody. Shout out to the lady that was just on the line. I'm just getting in here. So, and this is my first live with y'all. So shout out to you, Queen Sheba. I recently joined your channel, I say a couple months ago, and you be on it, girl. I'm glad I found your channel. Real talk, because I was like, who else out here thinking like me? Because, oh my God. So I came to talk about Mr. Papoose. Did anybody snap on him just yet? Because I think I'm ready.
You got it. Go ahead.
Okay. So number one, Christmas Eve, we turning up, you know what I'm saying? And they get to talking about Clarissa, and I finds out she 20 years younger than Papoose. Now that's what I did not know. And I'm looking at him in a whole nother light now at this point. Because, you know, when him and Remy was going back and forth online, you know, I really felt for the brother. You know what I'm saying? When she got out of jail and everything. But then she had her side too. And there's always, you know, the truth side as well. So I'm trying to just like take it all in because I'm telling you, I was all down with the black love. Oh my God. Like they was keeping me motivated because I've been single over 10 years. And I'll be trying not to give up on that black love. You hear me? I'm saying, for real. Come through with the ad libs. Okay. So at this point, now he didn't left her for Christmas. Okay. She thought her was gonna get her some papoose for Christmas. But we got the golden child out here. Did she totally forget about the golden child or not?
Bruh.
Now she really thought. And then I just found the video with Remy on Christmas Day flossing this nice ass fur coat. And the dude, I'm gonna have to go to his channel because I want to shout him out. He's been going through this. So Remy flossing her new Christmas coat. and here go Clarissa. She's talking about Christmas ain't the same. And the dude said, nah, baby, it ain't the same for you because you ain't with who you want to be with, him with his family. So the way Remy is flossing this new fur coat, baby, it is nice. It's white and like a tan. And she got on these thigh-high boots, like flossing that shit in the store. Like, yeah, she bought it. You feel me? And I'm really starting to think that he really trying to use her for real. Like he's managing her now. She's under his record label with no records. What are we doing? Queen Sheba, I could talk. Do you hear
You
me
just
for
gotta
days?
sign it, seal it, and deliver it.
And see, I'm gonna put the seal on it, baby, because I love that. I love that part. Because I'm gonna get
don't
there.
want them to put that white band on you.
You hear me? I'm gonna need y'all to hang in there with me because I'm gonna get to the part. Do you hear me? The icing on the cake, like that cake I just had this morning for breakfast from Christmas. So, okay, this Negro is 20 years older than her, so clearly, but we all see the girl that been punched a couple times. You know what I'm saying? And that she might have a little CTE going on. Okay, and I love boxing, but that girl done been through the ringer probably before she hit the ring. Okay, so and life is hard, but she wears it. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much makeup that baby put on, I see the pain in her face. Okay.
Yeah.
Remy Ma is so beautiful, and she is competing with her whole wife. And I cannot do it. And they was together how long before they even got married? How long before the golden child got here? He begged her for that baby. That's why she is golden. I cannot with Clarissa. Something's wrong with her mentally. And somebody need to go help that baby. And she need to get bopped upside the head one more time so she can see that man ain't leaving his wife. And I said, what the fuck? I said.
I'm glad you did, because girl, they was coming for you, Donna. They just paid $9.99 to get you up out of here, Donna. Girl, Donna, your timing is right, girl. I know the Holy Spirit is with you. You better play Powerball tonight. Fuck what they talking about. Shit, you better go play them numbers. Hell, your timing was perfect. Period.
I heard about you. I was waiting on you at the door.
Was coming for my girl. Donna, listen, we ain't giving out that white man for free. Make him put something on it. Tony put something on it. Toot put something on it. There they go. There they go. Where they at? Listen, let me go to Trey real quick. Welcome, Trey, to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What you standing on?
Good morning, Queen and Palace, and I just want to make sure that we know that $20 was for that other lady to hush up. That ain't got nothing to do with me, so don't throw that white man on me. But I just want to say this really quickly. Shout out to myself. Happy birthday week to me. Shout out to my family who really did their big one for my birthday this week. I really appreciate it. And I also just want to say something really quick to all of these YouTubers who are really just chit chatters. A lot of these girls really think that they have a journalism degree. They run around here acting like they're Mr. Magoo or Pink Panther, or they're using all their context clues and trying to find all of this extra reasoning as to why Tamar is wrong. She's not. She told y'all that she didn't fuck Mendices. Then when it came out that the man that hasn't been married for a year, all she asked for was a damn apology because she ain't fucked that man. We don't know if she fucked the man or not. All y'all know is that she asked for an apology and she said that the man wasn't married. Leave that lady alone and send her cash out. And I said what the fuck I said.
Bro, I don't want to talk about it. You just said I'm gonna talk about it. I get angry. Bro, I don't want to.
All right, he said what he said. Listen, people sending 10 toes down for Tamar. You see, let me tell you something. We don't create problems over here. We solve them. When we first started covering Tamar, she was public enemy number one. Y'all wasn't fooling with Tamar. Y'all wasn't fucking with Tamar. And then Queen Sheba and the palace got in there. Listen, not to deny anything. Yeah, Tamar, y'all, Tamar gonna be Tamar. One thing about Tamar, she has been consistent since day one. So I ain't never caught Tamar no lie. Now, she may be over the top, but that's her personality for whatever reason, right? Love it, like it, or hate it. But Tamar has been consistent in who she is. And when we got in this thing and we started to kind of give you a different view and give you a little bit more of information, some people say, you know what? I still feel the way I feel about Tamar, but maybe I'm not going to go as hard. And that's all we do over here. That's all we do. Try to get you to see a different perspective. And I'm glad that people are coming up and saying, listen, hold on. Because now that we know what we know, some of you YouTubers are loud and wrong. And Funky Dineva, Matthew Knowles had to check the hell up out of you. You better stay out them people business talking about what you don't know. And I'm going to play that clip here in just a second. We're going to run down the whole list. We're going to run down Matthew Knowles clapping back at Funky Dineva, Tamar clapping back in her own way because you was wrong. She wasn't messing with that lady husband. And I said what I said. But before we get into the show of the hot topics, y'all listen, don't sleep on the palace, baby. We got some things coming and we just rolled out a new tier in the membership. Okay, we have the inner circle. It's $24.99. You got to pay to play. Click the link, join. I got some shit coming for y'all. And it's only going to be available to the inner circle. Okay, it's some stuff you're going to want to know. You're going to want to know. And I'm going to take you from start to finish. Inner circle, $24.99. I'm not begging anybody to join, but if you want access to what's coming down the pipeline, there you go. That's it. That's all. When I move strategically and I move for a reason. This members only, you're going to have access to all of the previous perks of the Queen's advisors. We doing a weekly prayer in the inner circle. We're also doing a lot of behind the scenes things that people do not have access to, right? Well, as it relates to Queening in the City, my life, personal, even some of the tough moments, girls' trips, us on the airplane, us in the black Uber car, things that you don't get to see. But there's something I got coming for you. And if you want access to it, just trust me. It's coming. Period, point blank. That's it. That's all. I said what I said. Make sure you level up real quickly. Make sure you level up. Okay? That's all we got. We're going to get into it because Matthew Knowles was not playing with Funky Dineva on a recent clip that I came across on Instagram, and I'm about to share that with you. Now, Funky Dineva, you down bad, you down too. And sometimes I wonder, I said, because Trey just said, and this isn't like we're going through the lineup, y'all. Whatever's on the thumbnail is what we're going to talk about. Do we do research now, or do we get to a point where we become so big that people automatically believe what we say? You know what? I'm going to just say some of y'all believe anything that people tell you. Some of y'all believe anything people tell you. Why she take his channel down? Because that nigga put a death threat out on me. I said what I said. Why is she coming after your channel? My moves ain't got nothing to do with no Stormy Still. I said what I said. He know what he did, and I know what he did. He's been stalking me, harassing me for over a year and a half. He know why that channel came down. He know why YouTube is on his ass. And I said what I said. But go ahead and sign up for the inner circle so I can fold you into the real of the real of the real. You can erase receipts all you want, but we still got them. You know why you got shut down. Now, you can lie to them women if you want. And as a woman, I'm really reluctant to get on a nigga's side when it comes to another woman fighting back anyway. You see what I'm saying? Obviously, your page got shut down for a reason. It ain't got shit to do with no Stormy still. You can tell that lie if you want, but that's fine. But like I said, receipts don't lie. Now you can lie. And you know, people hear and believe what they want to believe. But I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna put all of that in the inner circle. I'm gonna walk you from start to finish. And I'm gonna really let y'all know what's going on. Real quick, Bronze Sugar, before we move on, what you standing on?
Hey, Queen and Palace. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What you we letting you?
Okay. First I want to say something to my sister Dana. That's my real name as well, Dana. Do not go back. You will regret it for the rest of your life. Do not go back. Stay strong. And I came to speak on you, Queen Sheba. Queen Sheba, darling. You like to take these $2, $3, $4, $5, and $6,000 trips around the world. Can we get some a little 1-2 for us regular blue collar?
Hold on now, because your audio went out. You're going to have to say it with your chest. Hold on. Did her audio go out? Okay, unmute your mic, because I want you to have your moment. Hold on. Let's do a mic check. Let me take you down for a second. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Let's do a mic check. I can't hear you. Oh. Did somebody call you? Hold on. Click settings. And make sure your mic is connected. Let's do a 1-2 mic check.
All right, okay.
There you go. You good. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So where did I leave off at?
You about to read me for filth about blue collar workers.
Yes, Queen Sheba is taking these $2, $3, $4, $5, and $6,000 trips around the world. Us regular blue collar people, we want to meet you too. Can we do something a little 1-2 inside the United States? Something affordable.
Where you been? We be doing 1-2 cruises. We leaving next week.
Queen Sheba, I can't afford no cruise. I drive a bus.
Now, I mean, you want to go to Pizza Hut?
Hey, look, Queen Sheba, a little quick flight to Chicago for some deep dish pizza or something.
You can't afford a cruise. We book 6 months out, and you can put it on layaway.
Okay, I'm gonna inbox you on Instagram about that.
Okay, inbox.
But I still said what I said.
Okay, you said what you said. I'm gonna have to give it to her. That's the rules. Thank you, Bronze Sugar.
You're welcome.
All right, catch up with Lala. What you standing on?
Queen, I'm just laughing at you saying Pizza Hut. I'm standing on. It's okay to be wrong, but stand on it. Don't try and spin the block after you've been wrong and come around and act like, oh, hey, how you been, girl? Piss off. That's all I got to say, Queen.
Oh, is that I said what I said?
I said what I said. Yes, it is. Because I'm so tired of these crazy... Where you been? What you doing? Are you okay? No, boo. Life is lifing. God is great all the time. I'm grateful. And I'm trying to understand what God is teaching me in my moments. I ain't got time for mess or people. Okay? And I said what the fuck I said.
All right. That's catch up with Lala. Look, she said what she said. That's it. That's all. Oh, and listen, thank you to all of the new members that's leveling up for the inner circle. Be patient. Wait. When I say I got something coming, I got something coming. And y'all already know how we do it in the palace, period. You see what I'm saying? Facts, receipts, documentation. You don't want to miss this. Trust and believe. You don't want to miss this, but just sit back and relax, okay? Because can't nobody tell my story better than me. And I said what the fuck I said. That's it. That's all. Now we're going to get moving to this Matthew Knowles and Funky Dineva because apparently, listen, I don't know what happened, but Matthew is going to walk us through it. Let me remove the overlay and then give me a 1 when y'all can see my screen and we'll go ahead and share. Because Matthew knows he handled his business when it comes to him and his brand. And I kind of I feel what Trey is saying. Listen, a lot of you YouTubers are just talking. You're not doing your proper research. You don't know a lot, and you're just going off of a hope and a prayer that I've been around long enough, and they just gonna believe what I say without receipts. And
Maybe
that
a hope, a prayer, and the bias that they have for whoever it is they don't like or whoever it is they do like. That's the issue. People can't be level like you, Queen. They can't be. Sometimes you need to be on the fence. How about that?
I like that. Sometimes you need to be on the fence. Sometimes you got to say, can I have, you know what? One thing about me, I listen sometimes to conversations and I'll be like, y'all not going to ask no questions? If somebody's claiming that somebody hit on them and made them uncomfortable, you going to say, well, where did it happen? How did it come up? Y'all just sit and listen to shit. You don't ask no questions? Okay. You just gonna let people lie? You're not gonna dig up, but you know what? It's not really a lie to people when they are committed to not liking you. Shit, you can sneeze the wrong way. And Trey can say, God bless you. Don't bless that hoe. You know what? She shouldn't have
That part.
sneezed. So
And I really want to say this right quick if I could before we move on to Matthew digging into Funky Dineva. Funky Dineva sat on his platform and said all this shit about, well, I wasn't the only one in the restaurant that seen you all laid up with men DC. It was plenty of people. And they gonna come and they gonna say, where are the witnesses? Where are the people to back you up? Because I ain't heard one of them yet. But we supposed
not
to
a
instantly
one.
believe the shit that's coming out your mouth. That's the problem I have.
Not a one. Not a one. But watch this. You're going to quit messing with folks. It's just, I think people are getting tired. People don't mind bloggers. But some of them are so, let me tell you something about YouTube. And I'm not talking about people that really have challenges and try to maintain their mental health. YouTube is a beautiful place, but it can also be a very scary place because everybody gets a chance to plug in their fucking microphone and say whatever they want to say and try to capture any lost childhood glory that they never got and just happy. But it's somebody for everybody. I can't knock it. And I always say, you can do what you want to do. You just can't do it to me. And I think that's what Matthew was coming with. Here we go.
Having this conversation because just last night, my wife and I were in Cabo. So we came back to the room and she watched this show called Dineva?
Funky Dineva Live. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was I don't care. Everybody can share their perspective, but have the information. And so he didn't have the information. He was like, well, Matthew Knowles should be, why do he think he should be called the best manager ever? He's only had, Beyonce and Destiny Shaw and Solange. Even if we stop there.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
That's a good point, Matthew. He's like, what the hell are you looking for? What qualifies you to disqualify me? You're saying I'm not the best manager in the entertainment history. He's only managed Beyonce and Solange. Matthew said, sir, we can stop there. Think about what you're saying. And I got to throw myself in there. While you're managing your YouTube channel, you're saying I'm nothing because I've managed Beyonce. We can close the conversation now. Let's continue.
The number one girl group in the history of music, the number one artist, female artist in the history of music. But what he didn't know, and he didn't do his research, and as you know, Tanya, I had these young white girls out of Sweden called Play. And we did 3 albums on Columbia, and they went platinum on all 3 of their albums. What he didn't know is all the artists that I managed over my career. I've had everybody from Life Jennings to Nas to Mario. And then you go into the gospel field. Wow. I've had everyone.
Wow.
Leandra Johnson, we did 5 albums with. Trinity 5-7, 5 albums. Brian Courtney Wilson.
Wow. Matthew, you better pop your shit. And that's what happens when you loud and you wrong. And a lot of people on this fucking app are loud and wrong. And people like Matthew don't have time to be running down his resume. disputing you. He got better shit to do. You didn't even know I work with Mario, Life Jennings. You didn't even know I work with Leandra Johnson. You don't even know I'm over here and I'm doing this. And just because I'm not loud like you, don't mean I'm not getting shit done. So what he's saying, Funky.Neva, just because you're not in the group chat, the same thing that Mendeezy said, don't mean you know what the hell you talking about. Come on, Matthew.
Juanita Bynum. Then what he didn't know is that I bought 5 black men management companies.
Damn.
Jay Irvin and Demet Guidry and Ken Du, and I can go on. We had under that my management company, we had everybody from Eve Floetry, Lady Gaga, Mary J. Blige, Nelly, and this brother. Then I hadn't even talked about the record label side. On the record label side,
right, exactly. Sanctuary, and yes, come on
the
with it,
record
brother.
side, I did Earth, Wind & Fire, Maurice before he died, 2 OJ's album, Cool and the Gang, De La Soul, Shaka Khan. Yeah, so I'm listening at this brother. What's his name again?
Funky Dineva, aka.
Oh, Matthew, that was so sophisticated. What's his name again? You were so irrelevant in my world. What's his name again? I had to ask my assistants, the people around. Who is this talking? Come on, Matthew.
Quentin Latham. Yeah.
And then leaned into the screen.
Dineva, you owe me an apology, brother.
Period.
Right.
Because you had nothing. You didn't know what you was talking about. Sunshine Anderson, I managed, and she was also on my label. She fell in love with Atlanta Falcons football player and quit. But before she quit, she had a top R&B record.
Yes, she did.
Yep. Well, I mean, I'm sitting there saying, man, do your homework.
Wow. Such a beautiful clap back. I got to give a round of applause to Matthew Knowles. And he could have really dogged you out, because sometimes as YouTubers, we can be off our rocker. And a lot of us feel because we have a microphone in front of us, we can say what we want to say and be reckless, how we want to be reckless. Matthew could have taken the opportunity and met you where you were, but he chose not to.
But you know what, Queen? I have to say that the fact that he had to say, what's his name again? That was the ultimate read. That was the ultimate dig. Because the girls be thinking that they're this, that, and the third in the media world when the people at the top are asking who the fuck are you again? Once again. And of course we can pontificate and do all this type of conjecture about Matthew Knowles and his personal life, because you know all the stuff would happen with Tina Knowles that we were once again not really in the privy to know, unless we read her book or what have you. But at the same time, when we're talking about his business world, you can't really refute that he wasn't one of the best managers or one of the best black managers in the music industry today. However you feel about him personally, that really has nothing to do with all of the work that he put in for Destiny's Child, for Trinity 5-7, and all the other acts that he worked for. So once again, sometimes people just need to hush. Just be quiet. It's okay to be quiet.
Period. I like that. I felt like that was so beautiful. It gave me a different perspective of Matthew Knowles, because all we know him for is cheating on Beyonce mama, right? So when you look and you hear one thing and you run with it, you never get the full experience of a person. And when he sat down and rolled out how he's contributing back to the Black community, not only by managing people that he makes a profit off of, but by bailing out Black management companies that are underwater. That's beautiful to me. And then it also explains, oh, that's why he can be Beyonce's father, even when she cuts him off, because he's not dependent on her money. He creates his own. And when you can create and manage an artist like Beyonce, surely you should be able to do things for yourself in the background. And that he is doing. And Funky Dineva, you do owe him an apology. The right thing would, listen, I understand everybody gets an opportunity to I understand that people get an opportunity to kind of, give their opinion. But if you're wrong, you're wrong. If you can't just run off of opinion and run with that and be like, that's just my fucking opinion. But if you're wrong, and if you've misstep or misquoted, correct it. It gives you more it gives you more credibility in the industry. And one thing people can say, one thing I know about that Funky, if he's ever wrong, he gonna correct that shit. See, that will be, I'm gonna say, an opportunity, but we'll see. And you was wrong about Tamar, Funky. So we'll see. Lala, any thoughts?
It just to me, I thought it was a great way how Matthew handled it and spoke back to him. And it just shows you how people just go on the internet to talk. If you're gonna talk about someone of Matthew's stature, you need to do your research. Common sense would have told you that the minute you said he's known for managing Beyonce, or Destiny Child, that could have told you, number one, how wrong you are. But because he has ignorant beliefs and has ignorant followers, he just goes on a tangent and thinks he's right. But he doesn't do his due diligence. He doesn't research. He doesn't know anything about this guy. And I'm really glad Matthew came out and corrected him and put his accolades out there. It was the right thing to do. And Funky don't apologize for shit, because people like him never think they're wrong. Never. You
That's
saw how he
crazy.
did Claudia and the way he came out, didn't even give her apology. We should work together. That guy don't apologize for shit. He thinks he's always right.
But watch this. I'm glad you said that. So here's why it's important. I know people, I don't need nobody. Don't have that attitude, because the Bible says your help cometh from the hills. Everybody needs somebody, right? You need your viewers to tune in order to get that check that you get every month when you shitting on Black women and telling them to go back to their cubicle. And I know it doesn't bother some people, but the fact is everybody needs somebody. So even in getting paid, you need viewers to tune in. But where am I going to go with this? Because you talked about how he did Claudia, but look at all the names that Matthew Knowles just dropped. And if you think about where I'm going with this conversation, you insulted a man that you didn't realize how deeply connected he was, right? And some of those names that he dropped are based in Atlanta. So if you're going from celebrity circle, posing as a friend, but conflicted with being a blogger and then telling people's personal business, all of those names hear what you're doing to Tamar, whether they like her or not. Because Tamar is one of them. Matthew is one of them. So when it comes time to choose, they're going to always choose their own before they choose you. So I think an apology would be very, very appropriate. I think it would be the right thing to do, considering the people that you want to sit next to. That's all I got.
I agree, Queen. I 100% agree with you, because I really will be side-eyeing anybody that hangs out with him. I really would be, because if he can do that to people that he industry friends, what is he going to do to you?
That's true. And then you not knowing that you shitting on Matthew and he's connected to Mary and all of these people you had no idea. What is it called? Mary J. Blige, Mary. You'd be like, oh, wait a minute. I didn't know. And you right there in Atlanta. So chill. I want to go to, hold on, y'all. Let's go to Craig Mack. Y'all, this interview blew me away. Let's take a listen. Hold on. So Craig Mack's ex-wife claims that the rapper was purposely infected with HIV, AIDS as a part of a setup. So the legacy of the late Craig Mack, who was signed to Bad Boy Records, is being thrust back into the spotlight, according to Baller Alert, following a series of shocking claims made by his former wife. She sat down with the Art of Dialogue, okay? And she revealed that she believes that the flavor in your ear, I'm kicking new flavor in your ear, got brand new flavor in your ear. That's Craig Mack, right? She said he did not contract AIDS by accident, but she felt like he was set up. He was targeted. Now, I didn't listen to it all because I want to listen to it with y'all in real time, and we all have a reaction in real time, okay? She's claiming that he was first discovered in the early 1990s by Bad Boy Records, and he passed away in March of 2018 at the age of 47. His official cause of death was linked to HIV and AIDS complications. I didn't know that. Did y'all know that?
No.
I didn't. I just found out today because I just kind of raced up on this story myself.
Okay. She said that her and her kids didn't know that her husband had AIDS, y'all. That's crazy. Let's get into it.
You're right to be mad, but I do want to go back to a comment you made earlier about Craig Mack being sick. Is it true that he had AIDS?
The truth is, myself, nor our children, our two that we have together, we did not know that Craig had AIDS until roughly 14 days before he passed. The kids knew he had been sick, but no one told us, no one told them what was wrong. And when my children found out, they called me and told me because they were very upset as to what happened. I don't know, but speaking with the coroner down there after his passing, the coroner said Craig had probably been sick between 10 and 11 years.
Whoa. And he didn't tell you, ma'am? Hold on, let's continue.
Unmedicated.
You're right to be mad, but I do want to go back to a comment you made earlier about Craig Mack being sick. Is it true that he had AIDS?
Hold on, we got to go to number 2. There's a loop. Let me go to number 2.
Right to be mad, but I do want to go back to a comment you made earlier about Craig Mack being sick. Is it true that he had AIDS?
Hold on.
The truth is, I don't know. Someone got to him.
Give me 1 second, because I hate when it loops like this. I can't stand it. Give me 1 second.
To be mad, but I do want to go back to a comment you made earlier about Craig Mack being sick. Is it true that he had AIDS?
The truth is, I don't know. Myself, so nor if you do the math, our children, that puts him back in New York that we have together. We did not know when he got sick that Craig had AIDS. How he got sick, roughly 14 days. We have some.
Okay, I don't really know what's going on with this. It don't seem like I'm gonna be able to get it. Hold on, I may have to go.
But I do.
All those years. Why? I don't know. So if you do the math, that puts him back in New York when he got sick. How he got sick, we have some speculations, but I'm not at liberty to discuss those right now due to my attorneys telling me not to talk about it.
Sounds like you feel like somebody intentionally gave it to him.
Yes. I believe him getting sick was something that was intentional. Craig was a very heterosexual man. He liked women. He liked the company of women.
Even while married.
So when people were saying, oh, he was gay, he wasn't gay.
Okay. Why they said that?
All those years. Someone got to him. Why? I don't know. Craig told a friend.
This lady, who's his former wife, is basically insinuating that her husband had a healthy appetite, her husband, for women. That this lady is insinuating that her husband, her late husband, had a very healthy appetite for women. I don't understand that ride or die attitude, especially when your husband had AIDS, full-blown AIDS, 10 to 11 years unmedicated, didn't have enough respect for you and your children to let you know so you can protect yourself. But let's continue. Go ahead, Trey.
I'm not 100% sure that he could have had AIDS for 10 or 11 years. He may have had HIV for that long.
Okay.
And then it was untreated and then it went to AIDS. But if we're being honest with ourselves, I believe that he passed away in 2018. If she was speaking to the coroner in 2018 and he told her that he had that or he suspected it for about 10, 11 years, that puts it around 2008, 2007. Woo! By then, it's well aware. We're well aware by 2007 and 2008 that number one, all of this was actually preventable and treatable. Number one, and number two, women also have HIV and can spread it. So this whole gay conspiracy, maybe he just had a healthy appetite for women and not using condoms, and was with a woman who had diseases. But I don't know. Maybe she needs to go down to the grave site and talk to him about that. But we don't need to hear about this man, if I'm being honest.
And then let me get one more in. Hold on, watch this, because I think she's gonna go into detail. Hold on, I gotta skip 2, 3.
Right to be mad, but I do want to go back to a
Someone
comment.
got to him. I do believe that. Craig told a friend, you know, who is down in South Carolina.
Craig
He told him, he said, hey, do you still want to be in music?
was a 6'4",
And the gentleman told him, yes. He's younger than 85-pound man. He told me, his exact words were, Craig told him, well, if you want to be in music, be careful. Because they will put someone with you and they'll poison you. You know, he could pick up.
Oh, child. So she's trying to say, Vonda, give me a thumbs up if you're coming to talk about what we're talking about. Or if you might be on the earlier portion of the show. For I Said What I Said, we already shut it down. Vonda. Yeah, I think Vonda is coming for the earlier portion. Vonda, we shut that part down. We've moved on to hot topics, y'all. But I understand some people are just coming into the live. And y'all
No, she gave a thumbs up. I think she might be wanting to talk about.
What about this?
Yes.
Well,
Okay, hold on. So you coming about this, Vonda?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay then. So am I on the I'm on the line live now? Can you
Yes,
hear
ma'am.
me?
We can hear you.
Okay then. So this really, she's delusional, and then she's putting the blame on you know, the industry or whatever. But for 10 years, they're saying that you can go back to he had the AIDS and he was such a healthy man that only messed with women. Well, we already know that the P. Diddy whole crew he was testing you and then having sleep with men in order to get paid. So we don't know what Craig Mack did in order to get a paycheck from P. Diddy. Okay, so let's just even take that out of it. He was sick. Didn't tell you. Why did she say then the children were mad? Because they were mad, like, was he dipping and dabbing back with his wife and being on the road? And then let's do the second aspect of it. Who could put something on you if you ain't out there sleeping without no protection?
Come on.
Let's put, and you know why I say that is because my father died from AIDS, and guess what? He was a heroin addict, but the family members put out, oh, he got sclerosis of the liver. I was 17 years old. Nobody would go to the hospital, but me and my daddy was, you know, down by law. Like, I could tell him anything. So I go to the hospital. He's on, back then it was the AIDS floor, the HIV floor. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But everybody around us is saying, no, he just got sclerosis of the liver. Sclerosis of the liver, he's not on that floor. It's this AIDS floor. He wouldn't say it. The family wouldn't say it. But even when I think I was 14, all of a sudden he wanted to move to Boston. I said, Daddy, why are you leaving me? He was like, oh, I'm just getting my life together. Because it was I'm from Jersey. Jersey City is a city, but it's small. Everybody know everybody. He wanted to keep that under caps that he had it. You understand what I'm saying? So she's making all these delusional perspectives of somebody can get you when they want to get rid of you. P. Diddy already had diminished him and had him sign a weak ass contract. So he ain't had to give him no damn AIDS. He already had signed his money over. Why would he give him AIDS?
That's a good point.
All right, Queen, you know how I can go. And I
know
don't
how
want to
you
say
can
girl,
go.
and I don't want to say girl bye
Girl,
again.
you can say girl bye. You can say girl
Girl
bye.
bye.
Bye,
And I'm
girl.
talking to the wife. I'm talking about the wife. Girl bye with that bullshit about how he was such a strong man and he had an appetite for women. Well, we know P. Diddy, the more you wanted a woman, the more he wanted you to suck his.
My God,
Girl
today.
bye.
What?
Girl, get out of
Oh,
here.
give me the girl back. And I said what the fuck I said.
All right. That's my homegirl, y'all. That's Vonda. Period.
But
That's
you know,
my
Vonda
homegirl.
really,
She probably come back a little bit later.
Vonda has a
Yeah.
really good point, though. If you once again, if we're going with the timeline, if he contracted this somewhere between we can say between 2003 and 2008, wasn't nobody thinking about a Craig Mack in the year 2000. His whole rise to fame had already been done by early 2000s, if that. Like, if we're being 100% honest, so who would really be out to get you like that around 2008? That it doesn't make
Nobody.
sense.
Nobody. But
I can
Trey,
give her.
HIV takes years to develop.
It
It takes a
does,
long
yeah.
time to
Well,
develop.
AIDS, and he died from AIDS complications.
Yeah, but that means he had the HIV first, so that takes ages to develop. Then
Correct.
AIDS take ages to develop from the HIV. So for all they know, he must have had it for a long time because it went untreated. It went too straight to AIDS, so he died of that. But I think is this whole Diddy case, the embarrassment, the confusion, all of that. And the fact that she said her lawyers, did you hear her say, my lawyers asked me not to talk about it? She's probably trying to go after a lawsuit or something. Because after all these years, now you want to talk about your man dipping and diving into men and women? Like, come on now.
I
Let the
agree with
man
you,
rest in
Lala.
peace.
I agree
It
with you,
sounds like
Lala,
you're setting up
because
a
at the
Diddy
same
lawsuit.
time, go. I'm sorry, Queen. Go ahead.
No. It sounds like, okay, this is what can I give y'all my real opinion?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Queen.
I don't know if this is true, but she's speaking matter of factly. And sometimes when you're in these industry circles, you may have a little bit more knowledge than somebody else. Let's just say hypothetically. This is just a hypothetical situation. I don't know this to be true. We're just hypothetically stating. What if Diddy has HIV / whatever, AIDS, and she knows it, and now your lawyers are attempting to connect the dots to say, what if Craig was with Diddy? Or da-da-da-da-da. We can just say he was purposely infected. Is she going that route? Is that what y'all are thinking?
I'm not thinking that. I am now. I will say to you all's point. I think what leeway I can give her in this is understanding that all the things that Diddy was doing that we know of and that we believe, if he could do all that stuff to Little Rod and all those other people, then surely it's plausible for him to do that to Craig Mack as well. However, I would think it would be kind of strange for the Craig Mack case to come out where they know definitively that that Diddy has HIV. Like, why wouldn't that come out in the big federal case? Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
I don't think you can expose that unless you purposely. I think there's laws. The only way and I could be wrong. I don't know how these federal cases work. But the only thing I can think of is if you purposely gave somebody something without disclosing your medical diagnosis, then that would come out, right? If somebody raises their hand and say, hey, you gave me this.
Right. But if we're still going back to that timeline, wouldn't we have heard that from the young lady that was in the Diddy documentary, or Cassie, or that the male escort who was claiming that Cassie gave him chlamydia? If she gave him chlamydia, surely she could have given him HIV and he could have tied that back to Diddy.
Thank you, Trey.
But you gotta prove it.
And also, Queen, I don't know about America, but in the UK, if you do have like HIV or AIDS or anything like that, before you go in prison is declared. So they don't separate you, but they give you different things and different areas that you use compared to other people. Like
If you're a male prostitute or a female prostitute or a freak off and you sleeping with more than one customer, one client, you got to prove that you got it from that person. You don't know who you got it from if that's your lifestyle.
Right.
Right.
But if I'm going to the courts to say that this woman gave me chlamydia, knowing that I am a a male escort that sleeps with all types of women. And surely I would have came with a bigger hammer. If I had HIV, I would have been like, well, listen, I got this too, and I think that such and such and so and so gave it to me.
Well, the wife is coming with the bigger hammer. Now the wife is saying that he was purposely infected with HIV and he died from AIDS complication. And not only that, y'all, according to the coroner, he did not seek treatment. He thugged it out. He didn't want to go on record. When people avoid treatment, they don't want it to be documented. Who you hiding from? Why did not Craig Mack get treatment for AIDS when he know he had it? Who was he ducking and dodging? Why didn't he want? Because once you go get your medicine, now it's in the system. How you get what I'm saying?
I understand. My only thing is this idea to tie it back to Diddy. Like, yes, Diddy Diddy ain't shit, but at the same time, I'm having to look at this. Okay, we have the wife of Craig Mack, the wife who has also stated in documentaries that she wasn't around like that. Craig Mack was the one that was out there doing everything, and she was at the house. So all of a sudden now she has Diddy's health records.
No,
and she's tying it back to the health records.
She has Diddy health records. I'm just saying, think about these circles. Just like Funky.Neva saw Tamar make out with Mandeezies, right? We don't get to see that.
Right.
So maybe somebody, people go to people's house and have inside access and be taking fucking pictures of your what did y'all call it? A medicine cabinet, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that somebody from the hospital released his records, but in inner circles, people be knowing stuff. People be seeing stuff. And now she's lawyered up, and that man has been dead 7 years. And she's saying that now somebody purposely infected him with AIDS, and her lawyer, and she's working with the lawyer. To me, the only person you could be talking about is Diddy. Because if you watch the documented series, I covered it. She was saying that Craig Mack was trying to go over to Death Row Records because Suge Knight was treating his artist better than Bad Boy. And that one time, Craig was so broke, he went up to Diddy at a party and was like, man, I need some money. Y'all don't remember the documentary? And she said Diddy pulled out a big wad of money and gave him $100, $100 bill. And Craig broke artist. So it seems like the wife is a little bit delusional because your husband was out there, number one. Number two, she said that her daddy had to help pay their rent. You see what I'm saying? But she still blamed Diddy for the financial situation that they were in. She still blamed Diddy. And now it seems like she's alluding to the fact that Diddy purposely, she didn't say him, but I'm picking up what she's putting down because you're lawyered up right now. And the only way you get lawyered up like that is if the person you're talking about is high profile and have a little bit of a coin. So I'm going to assume you're talking about Diddy. Let me see if I can get to the 5th slide without the overloop. Hold on. Vonda, turn off your camera. I'm going to remove the overlay. Just hit the camera once. I don't have you on stage yet, but I just want to make sure I keep you protected. Just hit the camera one time. There you go. Keep it there. Hold on. Everybody stay where you are. I'm going to see if I can play this where she's saying who gave him AIDS. Give me 1 second.
And my kids and I, we don't know what he was taking, if anything. But he couldn't have been taking anything. You know, because by the time he got really, really ill, from what I was understanding, even if he had took medicine, it wouldn't have helped him. It wouldn't.
Because he had full-blown AIDS at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
Sad. Being a drug user.
And respectfully, you and your kids, y'all clean, right?
They would
Y'all
know.
didn't get it right.
Hold on. I want to know if she said they clean or not. Hold on.
I do believe that. I do. You know, Craig was a big man. Craig was a 6'4", 285-pound man. You know, he could pick up things. He was strong. He was a man's man type of dude. You know, Paul Bunyan, like, you know, it's just, it makes me mad because we are in the process of getting answers. And it's not so much I need an answer. My children want to know. It's owed to my kids. How? Because that's something that bothers them. You know, if their father had been an intravenous
Ma'am, you're not going to figure out.
drug user, sharing needles, my kids, they would know.
You're not going to find out. If your husband didn't tell you for 10 or 11 years he had AIDS, you're not going to find out all his deepest, darkest secrets. When it comes to your welfare and just prepping and setting y'all up for life after death when he left this earth.
And I told him, Craig, you don't have to listen to what this white man is saying. Take your ass to the doctor. And he said, I'll see. Craig never went to the doctor.
Who was the white man?
But I believed him when he said he had gout. It's not unusual for someone his age, being African American, to get gout. I know a few people with gout. But they go to the doctor. But he just didn't go.
So he knew that he had AIDS and he didn't treat it?
From what I understand, no. And if he was taking some medicine, being a drug user, and we sharing needles, don't know what they would know.
Then, ma'am, you don't know. Go ahead, Trey.
Why is she jumping to needle usage and conspiracies that somebody done tied this 6'4" man up or drugged him or whatever? And not that he was, and not go with the fact that she knows that he was a philanderer, that he was sexually deviant as far as being with any and every woman that he wanted to be with while he was around on the earth.
Allegedly,
and possibly contracting it from there.
I think she's trying to protect his. Oh, sorry, Trey.
Start doing like camera time, cause I'm ready.
Okay. Hold on, Vonda. Trey finished, then Lala, and then Vonda.
Okay.
I don't mean to be harm. I don't mean no harm or to be disrespectful, but her and them kids just need to go down there to their grave site and get the windmilling with their tombstone, because it's his issue. He's the one that didn't tell them. That's why they didn't know.
That's right.
Period. But I'll leave that.
Yeah, that's crazy to have AIDS. He died. He refused medicine. He went to a white man that diagnosed him with gout instead of going to the doctor. She's dispelling that. I guess the people are talking and saying that, according to her, she's like, no, you're not going to say my husband was with men. He had a healthy appetite for women. But ma'am, it sounds like they're trying to let you know that he could have been in them freak offs doing whatever during that time. Because Eazy-E also died from AIDS complication. Vonda, what you got?
See, what I'm saying is, this is where the women are delusional, where the concept of because he got AIDS is because he was with men. No, he just was with bitches and he wasn't having no fucking protection. And that will give you AIDS too. Every time you're messing with women, and just imagine being on concert with all these women throwing their panties at you and you don't use protection. So she's like, oh, because he was such a strong. Yeah, he could have been a Paul Bunyan, but he was a Paul Bunyan fucking bitches. And bitches get AIDS too because nobody's using protection. Stop with that. That only AIDS runs through because somebody's messing with a gay man or only the gay community. I'm telling you, my father was a heroin addict. You understand what I'm saying? So then you got this. Then you have to equate drug use into that. Was he a heroin addict? Because if you ever look at what's his name, Craig Mack hands, he had them swollen hands. And if you come from in a community where a lot of people's on heroin and you grow up in it, we can see it. Like the New Orleans, what's his name, who was in the band with P. Diddy, always talking. He has swollen hands. That is intravenous drug users, and you get AIDS through that also. It's not just gay men. Stop with the gay men concept. And then why would he never want to get you're telling him go get checked, and and let me give you this aspect too. I was 17. My mother left him when I was 6. But guess what? When he died, you know what? They brought her up to get tested, even though she already had 2 children afterward, because they saying the HIV stays in your system so long that now we all had to get tested.
That's crazy. Listen,
It's crazy.
let me
So
iron this out.
it's like, this concept like, oh, he just got it 3 years ago or 5 years. No, it depends on your immune system. You can keep that shit for 20 years
And
before it really shows up.
Let me put something out there for those of you that are just joining the conversation. When Vonda say it's not just gay men, she's not talking to the palace. She's responding to Craig Mack's former wife, who is talking about how Craig Mack was infected with AIDS.
Right.
Okay. So that's what she's responding to. Everybody give me 1 second. We got a super chat that just came through. And we just want to emphasize the fact that money comes to me. Flowing
Money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money comes to me, comes to me. Money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money comes to me. Money.
Yes, indeed. Hold on, Vonda. Thank you. Hold on, Vonda. Thank you, Goldie, for the 50-piece super sticker. We appreciate you coming through, Queen, and just blessing the panel. I'm gonna mute you up, Vonda. I got a little bit of background. Thank you, Goldie. And listen, we appreciate you. Legally Shay says, but wouldn't you want to know if it was your father? I'm gonna be honest with you. We're all different, right? And we're all adults. If my father died from AIDS, and I was curious, and after death, I probably wouldn't want to know. I would go ahead and let him rest in peace. That's just me. There's no right or wrong in this. But to answer your question, that's just me. Simone Wealthy, welcome. What are your thoughts?
Good afternoon, Queen, and everyone on the panel and the palace. Now, I looked at the interview that she did with another content creator, and from what I got out of the interview, to me, I thought it was a really good interview, but she was his ex-wife. They hadn't been together for over 15 plus years, and he ran off with their children to, I believe it was North Carolina, and joined that quote unquote cult. So really, she didn't have much contact with.
You said she did or he did?
What cult? You got to educate because everybody don't know what we're talking about. What cult?
He did. I don't know the name of it. It was some religious cult down there. The head man, he's been arrested multiple times. It's crazy. He's a matter of fact. It's a video out of Craig at the altar, and they were talking over him and everything. So I'm not saying that she may not y'all can say she's delusional, but I think it was a lot of other things going on with him as well. As far from what I got from that interview, they didn't find out until maybe 10 days before his passing, and his children were already grown. And so she reconnected with the kids that time. And, they, obviously called her to let her know what was going on with their father. And so they hadn't been together for, I would even say almost 20 years. So he literally left with the kids. She could not find him for years with her children. And she doesn't go into detail about, how they reconnected or whatnot, but it's more deeper. He might have been, dipping and dabbing with men or whatever. Who knows? She alluding to a possible situation with Diddy. Who knows about that? But she was his ex-wife. She was not with him at the time. They hadn't been together in years. They divorced while he, I guess, was still in New York, New Jersey. So yeah, I just want to add that she was not his wife at the time of his passing, and they had not been together for years at the time of his passing. So, and she did come out in that interview and said that neither her nor her children are infected. So I don't know if that changes the outlook on certain things.
I don't know too many people that would come out and say, "Yeah, we got it."
Well, the guy asked her directly. And she, and now, I mean, could she be lying? I mean, I guess you can
I
say
don't.
she might be lying, but I mean,
go on a podcast and say, yes, I do have AIDS.
I mean, I don't know. It depends on what you want to believe. I mean, we can
it's
choose
nobody's
what we want to believe or not.
Who would say that they do? Not too many people. I'm not saying she does, but
She's remarried and everything. She was talking about how she's with that inner circle up there. She's friends with Eric Sermon, EPMD. She knows people. So she's friends with a lot of those guys. So she has contacts within that whole, industry circle that that they were in. So she has contacts, but she's been remarried. She hasn't been with, but like I said, I mean, it's up her choice and you can believe or not believe, but she said her or her children are not infected. That they don't know who, how, where, and she's alluding to, Diddy or whatnot, but he was in a cult and these folks was crazy, batshit crazy and doing all kind of shit. You can look them up,
Well,
go
I
to
have
the
it.
Google.
I'm gonna show you the houses. It says, thank you, everybody. Queen Script 718. Simone, thank you. They said, how Simone be knowing all this? She know.
Yeah, it's been out there though.
But
Craig
Simone,
Mack
did you
was in
watch
this
the
thing deep. He was in
the
that thing deep, and that white man was crazy. He done been arrested. I mean, the cult was crazy. Even when she went down there to try to connect with her kids and get her kids back, the sheriff didn't even want to go up there to the damn whatever you call wherever they are located. He said we'll go to the gate with you, but they come ready. They were afraid. The damn sheriff was afraid of these cult people, and Craig was in that inner circle. And that's where he was, so who knows what he might have got from them crazy folks.
Well,
But I'm not saying we don't know. We don't know.
Somebody said, hold on. Somebody said he ran away for a reason. People run to what they feel safe in, right, wrong, or indifferent. Here's the coat. This looked like one of the houses. Can y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
I pulled it up. The Overcomer Ministry.
Yeah,
hold
that's
on.
it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Y'all see these houses out here that they got these people? Let's play it. Hold on.
But look up that white man who run the thing and look down his list.
Y'all. These are the houses. Hold on. I got to make sure the people, they growing pumpkins. What's that, a pumpkin or a squash? Look, the houses they got them living in. We're going to educate now. We're going to talk about it. Oh, Lord. That's them?
Yeah, that's him.
Okay.
It was real weird. He was the blackest person there. I don't think it was no other black people there.
Hold on. Let me just let them get a visual. I like y'all. They cooking. They doing community activities. Okay. The men are getting the meat ready.
Queen.
That's another black man that's there. Okay. We just educating. That's the little church that they built on campus. That's one of the ladies. Look like just the ladies cooking with their long dresses and stuff. That's that must be the shop class. Oh. So Craig was up here with them. He felt safe, y'all, whether we like it or not. He felt at home. He felt accepted.
And that's where I believe the children were being finished raised down there.
Look, they growing their own food. They're tending to animals. It seems like this is a place, I can't judge because I don't know, that people escape to find solace, community, acceptedness, whether we agree or not. Can we all agree that these people look like they're happy?
Yeah, I mean, you can say that. That's definitely a truth.
These are the women.
When you in the cult, you generally people are happy when they're in the cult.
And look up the leader. Look up the leader of the cult. Whatever that man's name was. There's some sick crap going on in there.
Wow. But I just like educating people. Like, you know what I mean? Even if I disagree with something, it's just like, okay, thank you, Lala, for coming up. Lala had to drop down. I found it interesting because we know the world we live in, right? But it seems like when he no longer fit into this world for whatever reason, he wanted to get out and he found a place that made him feel at home. That's the best way I can describe it because he's gone. Y'all talking about Jim Jones people were happy too. They were. That's why you don't intervene. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. So Simone, when you listen to the interview, did she allude to Diddy at all in that interview that you saw?
Obviously the whole interview, is on the heels of her being in the documentary, but I don't really recall them really talking about in that situation as far as the medical diagnosis referring back to them. She just said she just didn't want to talk about it because her attorneys have told her not to talk about it. And I think she was more alluding to the attorneys because of her being involved in this documentary. And he's, I don't know if he's already filed, but he's suing Netflix about this documentary. So I assume that she got attorneys for that, just in case, he tries to come after her and other people for giving their statements in the documentary. I didn't think that she was gearing up to sue him or nothing.
If you have attorneys and you're alleging that somebody sent somebody to infect somebody with HIV/AIDS, you're not talking about regular people.
No.
In my opinion, right? You can't just.
But she never said his name. She never said Diddy or nothing like that.
But I feel like I was able to take in enough context clues to make an assumption. Now I can be wrong, but I felt like she was who you accusing, who would send him, because then she has that part about Diddy not paying him and Diddy robbing him and basically blind, and that Craig. Let me play this too. And then I'm gonna call on
But
everybody.
all his artists have said the same thing. She's not making up anything that none of his artists have not said before. Locks, Mace, all of them. He's cheated all of his artists.
Well,
all of them. So she's not repeating something that's just shocking. He's a cheat.
Okay, here we go. I want to play this by Craig Mack. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, now y'all, they arguing in the chat. They say black churches are nothing like a cult, and a cult you have to do what these people tell you to do. I mean, let me ask you this, and I want to play devil's advocate. Do black churches even care about you enough to be cult-like?
Child. If you ain't putting money in that preacher's pocket,
That's a very good question.
they ain't trying to do none of that.
Thank you. They don't even care.
No, they trying to get that money put in their pocket so they can get their car and their house, their mansions new.
Yeah, black people ain't got that kind of time to be feeding you and teaching you how to grow groceries and they don't give a damn.
We just want to make fish fries and shit on Wednesday.
I'm just saying, I like to play devil's advocate. Y'all, I love to steer up the conversation over here. Shit. I don't think they care enough.
No, because they moving you out so you could fly somewhere else. And then what? We gonna kill each other and drink Kool-Aid? You's a goddamn lie.
Listen, I'm gonna play this real quick. Thank you, Queen Liz. She says a good show, everybody. Have a happy. Thank you. We appreciate you. All right, I'm gonna play this real quick from Craig Mack, and then we're gonna wrap up because I know y'all are having.
Oh my God! I want to say one more thing.
Hold on, Vonda, girl. Bye. Hold on, girl.
Say happy Kwanzaa to all my people.
Okay, there you go. Okay, hold your thought, Vonda. I'm coming back. Let's listen to this real quick, y'all. Here we go.
Okay. I love the Queen.
In that moment,
Alice
described the moment he contemplated killing someone. He said, I had a gun in my lap and I was sitting there talking to God, saying like, I don't want to do this. But if it comes to getting ugly with somebody that's going to try to kill me, I'm going to have to do something first to prevent that. In that moment, Craig Mack looked to a car radio for solace during his breakdown. He flipped through AM stations looking for the hip hop channel that he loved while contemplating whether or not to use the gun. Instead, he found Ralph Gordon Stair, a self-proclaimed prophet, preaching on the airwaves. Craig Mack said, I knew that it was God talking to me because of the way it made me feel emotionally. I broke down crying all over the place in the car. I'm sorry. I was thinking about trying to do this to somebody. Alvin declined to reveal who Craig Mack had considered killing, but suggested the conflict was set off by emotional things involving his family. In the interview, Craig Mack revealed that he called the controversial religious leader, Gordon Stair, for help and found the salvation he was looking for. He flocked to—
Okay, so I do have to pause it. Don't be talking crap in my chat. I have to pause it because this is somebody else's commentary. So in this page, they did confirm that Craig Mack, listen to this, y'all, this is a Black man that was at his wits' ends. No amount of love, no amount of family, no amount of coochie, no amount of fame could take away the pain and the demons and the voices in his head. He cried out to God. He turned on the radio and he reached out to this. And a lot of you going to disagree, but listen, because I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience. He reached out to the first thing that he felt like was a father figure. This man, the leader, Overcomer Ministry in Waterboro, South Carolina. This is where he felt at home. He reached out to them in his midnight hour. And that's where he went and claimed as a community. Let's continue. I just had to pause it for a second.
Flocked to the Overcomer Ministry in Walterboro, South Carolina, and told only a handful of friends and family of his decision. The rest of the world learned of his new home, described by former parishioners as a cult, when a startling video of Mack denouncing his life of wickedness surfaced in 2012. Despite years of answering late-night phone calls from Craig Mack, Alvin admittedly ignored the depth of problems at the Overcomer Ministry until he reviewed the footage his team recorded in South Carolina. Alvin said, "When I was down there and I talked to Craig, I didn't think it was a cult." But even Alvin's primetime music partner, Vincent DeGregorio, agreed that Alvin was blind to Craig Mack's misplaced devotion to the church leader, Gordon Stair.
I don't think anybody could have made Craig think he was in a cult. I think the demons and the demonic behavior that he's participated in hunted him more than the cult. Do y'all understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, and to bring context to what that situation with Craig, he was renegotiating a contract, and that with the situation with the Pow Pow, that he was going to a meeting with the Diddler and I forgot the other guy. It's another guy, and he was afraid that he felt like at that meeting something could pop off, and that's why he had to have that. And so that's kind of the backstory behind that. And I'm trying to remember where I heard that so I could give you some more information. But it was a meeting with Diddy and some other people. It was about his contract. And after that, that's when he went to North Carolina.
But I think I want y'all to really hear what they're saying. Craig's words are, Craig ran and denounced his demonic behavior, the things that he's done. And I know some of y'all are saying in the chat,
entertainment industry is crazy.
Some people are saying, oh, some people are easily led. This is not about being easily led. This is about escaping the demons in your head. He was struggling with being a harm to himself and being a harm to others, because a lot of people go crazy because they can't face their reality, or they look to homicide or suicide. So what he did is he cried out to a higher power, right? And he went and he detached from the world. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just giving you a different perspective.
But look at who they were dealing with. Him and Mace did the same thing. Mace didn't go as far as he did with this quote cult, religious group, whatever you want to call it. Mace did the same thing. Now he's kind of come back around a little bit, but he had to do the same thing to distance himself from whatever the hell he saw over there at Diddy's house.
I don't think this is I think this is bigger than Diddy. You got regular people that need to escape the demons in there. I mean, we can keep blaming Diddy all we want, but these are grown ass men and women.
The entertainment industry is
that are choosing to do drugs, choosing to have multiple sex partners, choosing to engage over and over again. Some people are built for it, some people aren't. But at the end of the day, he couldn't take it when the lights went off and the fame was gone. I mean, we can say Diddy, and we know Diddy has a responsibility, but at some point, people are going to have to take responsibility for their own actions. That's all I'm saying, Simone.
Yeah, but as long as Diddy's in the equation, I'm going to put a lot of it on Diddy, because Diddy's a very sadistic individual. And the stories that have come from the artists and people that have worked with him, it's not the norm. The entertainment industry as a whole is a very bad place, period. It's a lot of Diddy's around here, but it's so many people who have horrible stories when it comes to Diddy.
Yeah, but
Horrible.
and the reason why I give the full context is because I'm the facilitator of the conversation. And the reason why I
Mhm.
keep pushing to say, because I want people to know your family members can have demons. Your
Mhm.
family members can walk out the house and literally never ever come back. Not because of you, not because of Diddy, not because of the wife, because they are dealing with shit. And if I minimize the conversation to Diddy, I feel like it
Right.
takes away from the true intellect that we have and we
Right.
could have on this platform. I think I think we're way, way wiser than that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
I agree, and once again, I also feel like the mother and them kids need to go down there to that grave site and get the windmill and with the tombstone, because it was Craig Mack that didn't tell them what was going on in his life and chose not to do that. She got to come to terms with that first,
But
and
he
then
didn't
she
have to
can
tell her
figure out
anything
the
because
rest
they
of
weren't
it.
together at the time. So now his children, yeah, but they hadn't been together for 15, 20 years. So he owes that to his children, not her. But
Well,
she's
she's
assisting
the
with the
one doing these
children.
interviews, carrying on and talking about how she mad
Yeah,
that he didn't know. So
yeah. But she's
she need to
also
take it up.
saying that her children are wanting to know too. She's the face.
Right.
Her children aren't coming out, wanting to be on camera. She's the face of it. So she's saying that her children are very curious to know exactly what's going on. So obviously she's going to get the brunt of it, but it's just not her. I mean, she was his ex-wife at the time of his passing.
Let me say this. I see some of you saying, Simone, thank you. It does have a lot to do with Diddy. I don't agree or disagree. But what I try to give people is problem solving solutions. Because a lot of times people be going through the same thing that you see, Diddy and the freak offs. And that. Listen, you got people that are damn crackheads. They doing the same shit in trap houses in exchange for a $5 rock.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Diddy is a demon, yes, but we do have to, like Queen said, we have to take accountability for our own actions. And when we think about Craig Mack, Diddy wasn't the only person that he was around that was probably doing a bunch of devilish shit. Wasn't he over there with Death Row too? He was in talks with them. He was flying back from New York to LA doing all types of shit while Diddy
Only
was
people
out there
coming
doing
from
his
death
own
row
thing.
the only people who have stories about death row, they were afraid of getting their ass kicked. Not because Suge was up there injecting them and doing all kind of sadistic stuff. They were
But we
afraid to
don't know that
say the
Diddy
wrong
did
thing
that.
that
That's
they were going
what
to
I'm
beat up.
saying is that the music
Nothing is
industry
deviant as a
as a
Mike,
Diddy.
Mike,
whole. I'm sorry. Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, I'm saying that the music industry as a whole, is looked at as demon area, demon time. So
Right,
it's
but I'm
like,
just saying when you dealing with Diddy and the stories that we've heard, Mace and Craig, I'm not saying their stories are parallel. Mace walked away from what we would have thought of making a lot of money. He was at the height of his popularity and number one songs. At the height of it, he walked away, became a preacher. He didn't do the Craig Mack thing, but he went in a
Okay, can
religious
I
way
come in
because
now?
Yeah,
he's
hold
seen
on.
a lot of things. So I'm saying they dealt with the same sadist person. Diddy is not the normal.
Okay, so
And,
they
and and Diddy is not the highest. He ain't the devil of the devil. It's also the devil you deal with within
thank
yourself. Mace left because he said this is too much for me to handle, and so he ran to God. Craig, it seems like he ran to God years later after being sick. So he was with the
He
bullshit.
ran to him
So
before.
right. So and a cult at that. So I understand your empathy and the wife and he doesn't have to give accountability to the wife and the kids. He had to give
The
accountability
ex-wife.
to both of them, the ex-wife, because he knew during that time he was infected and he went away and ran away and act like I'm good and demons put me in these situations. No, nigga, you put yourself in it because when the door opened up, you could have turned the fucker back around and said, I ain't with this shit. But he didn't. So this empathy, I got the empathy, and the wife is really not telling the full aspect of it because she was there for the money too. As long as it was okay, Craig. Well, what you need to do to get back in the grace of P. Diddy, he did it, and she was with it, because she ain't say shit yet until this documentary. She wasn't not one even on the Cassie case to say this is what I'm showing you, that what happened to my husband, because she did not want to tell about the AIDS situation, because it then makes her, well, you need to test yourself too.
Yes.
You need to test, because we don't know. You said 10 years ago they stopped fucking around, but when you marry, it takes a couple years before you really stop messing
Well,
with
first
the
of all,
nigga.
she would not have been able to say anything about Cassie because she left
Why
with
wouldn't
Craig
she?
in the
We don't know.
90s, in the
We don't
90s
know.
before Cassie came around. So
Okay,
that would
but
not have been, she would not have been, she
it
wouldn't have
wasn't
to
all
come
about
forward for a
Cassie. It was
Cassie.
your accounts of how the man
No,
Diddy
it's
was.
her account of what happened during the time that they were on the label.
So why is she
She
talking
left
now then?
before.
Why is she talking now about
Because
the
she's part of the
count of the
documentary. Eric
personality of the
Sermon reached
man?
out to her. She
Oh
is
my God,
connected
that
to
doesn't even
other
make
people.
sense.
Eric
She could have
Sermon
been
reached
called.
out to her
You don't
to
think they
ask
reached
her
out
if
to
she wanted
her?
to do the
You don't
documentary.
think they reached out to her
Yeah,
as
I
the
don't know. Maybe you should
prosecution?
look at the entire interview
No.
because I got a lot from the
I'm
interview,
not
the
saying that,
entire
but
interview.
it
She
was the
just didn't come out the
character
blue and
of
just
the
started
man.
talking. She was called upon. She's just not saying, "Hey, here I got a story to tell." They
She should have
contacted
had
her.
a story to tell
Eric
how
Sermon contacted her
ingenious he
to
was.
ask her to
That
issue
doesn't
to
even
be
make
in
sense.
the documentary. She's just not just
They
out
had
here.
assistants that showed up to testify about the character of the man before even Cassie was there. Why wouldn't she? Because she did not want that aspect of the AIDS
She
coming out.
wasn't even a thought.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on, y'all. Let me reel it in.
I'm
All
just
right.
saying, Queen,
She
Hold on.
wasn't even
you
a
are the
thought.
queen of the court. I need you to make your decision on this one, because it was the character of the man that during that court, that some people was not there during the Cassie, but they were
Oh, no.
character.
How Cassie
Correct?
get in this?
But
Hold
I think
on.
we all
Hold on.
agree that
Everybody pause.
How
Hold on.
Cassie get in this?
Hold on. We overstimulating the audience, y'all. We gotta pause for a second. We gotta reset. We overstimulating the hell out of them.
Well,
Hold
that's how
on.
it is,
Hold
Queen.
on.
But
Hold
I'm
on,
just saying the
Vonda.
character
Vonda,
of the
hold on,
man.
Vonda.
Okay,
Everybody
sugar
pause.
baby.
Everybody just let me reel it in. Hold on now. Trey, go ahead.
no, I don't think we should be up here like arguing or going back and forth. I think we
No,
can
this
all
is not
agree
an
that
argument. It's just a debate. That's
Oh,
it.
yeah,
It's not
Vonda.
an
Hold
argument.
I
on,
think we can
Vonda.
all agree
Vonda.
that Diddy did a lot of foolishness. I will say in regards to the Netflix documentary, I didn't care for it. I felt like there was a lot
Oh
of
my God.
disrespect on there, or I won't say disrespect. It was a lot of lies or things that they were trying
Oh
to
Lord.
attribute to Diddy. But
Hold on,
other
Vonda.
than that, when it comes to this particular conversation that we're talking about, when it comes to Craig Mack, Diddy was wrong for some of the stuff that he may have did, yes, but Craig Mack needs to take accountability. Unfortunately, he can't do that anymore because he's not with us. And the ex-wife and the kids, if they got a problem with it, they need to take it up with Craig Mack.
Okay, everybody
That's all I got.
pause. Hold on. Let me continue the video because people want to hear the rest real quick. Give me 1 second.
D. Gregorio said, I think Alvin was trying to believe it wasn't a cult. But yeah, it was a cult. As much as he didn't want to believe that his friend was down there and in a cult. Alvin eventually concluded that Craig Mack had been lured to the troubled compound by Gordon Stairs' apocalyptic broadcast. And Alvin said, I'm angry because there's ways he could have went about giving himself to God. I don't think that was the right place for him because I knew.
I don't think that's anybody call how anybody give themselves to God. And that's why I think as Black people, you need to mind your business sometimes. Because we so busy dominating and controlling and telling people what to do. That man was at a point where he said he was going to hurt somebody or hurt himself. So if it takes him going up to the woods with a bunch of white people and planting plants and eating vegetables and denouncing his demonic behavior, so be it. You get what I'm saying? Because I'd rather him be up there than him play God and take somebody's life or take his own. So I think that's a huge, I think for somebody to open publicly, you can't tell nobody how to pray. You can't tell nobody how to develop a relationship with God. God meets people where they are. At the end of the day, he was safe. He did what he needed to do. I don't think they took advantage of him because Craig Mack said he called into the radio station. They weren't ready. They didn't give it. He called in. They had no idea who he was until he showed up. Do y'all get what I'm saying on this?
Oh yeah, I understand.
Okay. So let me continue. Hold on real quick.
I knew how good his heart was, and I think they played on his good heart. The controversial leader of the church, Gordon Stair, had been charged with criminal sexual conduct with a minor, and burglary in December 2017. The victims, some of whom were minors at the time of the alleged attacks, claimed that Gordon Stair molested or raped them in the radio room where he delivered his sermons.
Jesus.
Back in 2002, Gordon Stair was accused of raping 2 women at the church and ended up pleading guilty to lesser charges of assault and battery.
And I'm going to stop it here because I want to make sure that this YouTube content creator gets the credit for this. Her name is Layla Lynn Media. I am going to put the link in the chat. Layla, thank you for your hard work. This is my first time seeing her channel, but she did a really good job. Here's the link in the chat. It's going to take you directly to her video. So if you want to learn a little bit more factual about what really happened and how, and it sounds like this was a cult, but at the end of the day, Craig found peace there. Right, wrong, and or indifferent.
Yeah. I also want
Layla's
to quick
good.
shout out to Layla Lynn. I've been watching her videos for years. She does really good work.
Yeah, she's really good, and she does her research. She
Okay.
does a lot of good
Right.
research, and she puts out great, credible videos.
Right.
She did a really good job. So I had to pause it. It's so good. I can get lost in the details. That's how good she presented this. Just facts. Boom, boom, boom. Timeline facts, how it happened, when he called. So that kind of commentary I love. I fall in love with it. Very factual, very technical. I like it. Thank you, Layla. Now look, that was a hell of a discussion. Real quick, let's get to, and then we out of here, I promise you. Let's get to one more. Natalie Nunn, child.
Oh.
Natalie Nunn is saying that claiming that Shaq bought her a car and they had no sexual relationship. Let's take a look.
Shaq bought me my first car. Yeah. I didn't know if we were going there with that, but my first car was.
You dated Shaq?
No, I never dated Shaq. I was
Some
at
ain't adding
USC.
up. Some ain't adding up.
Get
Some
on
ain't
the
adding up.
Give me your motherfucking iPad. You can get
Some ain't adding up. Some ain't adding up.
I didn't know where you were going with this.
Some ain't adding up.
Yeah, he bought me my first car.
How? Make it make sense.
I was at USC. He bought me it was a bug. He bought me a bug, a brand new bug, a little
brand new?
Yeah, it was a convertible little bug. Google it. Let me show you the picture. Come here, give me your iPad. Let me know my phone's somewhere down here. I got it. So
Man, you got to make this make sense. Jacob, we need to answer.
No, this is before I was in college. I was young. Shaq was at the he played for the Lakers. And at USC.
Sketchier.
No, we used to USC was down the street. Don't see now you're being messy. I'm about to go to sleep. I'm not doing
messy.
No, look like Natalie. No, don't do that. See, now you're being messy. My first car. You know what, asshole? I'm cutting all this out. I'm done. Fuck you, asshole. You asshole.
Why are you so sensitive about
Because
Shaq?
it's like I got my first car from him, and you know what he used to like to do? Smoke cigars, like you. So I got a bug. It was a bug. It was.
Okay, so I was following you because I'm like, not everybody's smashing. You know, maybe he did, but then when you start to talk about what he likes to do when he's seated and he's smoking cigars, this may not have just been a platonic relationship, but let's see.
A little car.
You dated Shaq?
I never dated Shaq. He loved USC and the women's. Oh my God! Here we go. So here, read it. Read it out loud.
You read it.
Read it. No, you.
I can't.
You don't know how to read?
Nope.
All right.
Make it make sense. Because this.
Let me ask y'all this before we get into detail. Panel, y'all believe Natalie that her and Shaq didn't have nothing?
I believe it.
Okay. Okay,
I believe
okay,
it. I believe that he was like somebody said in the chat. Shaq has always been kind of generous to people, especially in that Florida area, or wherever he was at. I feel like he bought her that car, and maybe been like some flirting and stuff, and she might have thought, or she might have tried to, and it didn't work out. But I can believe that he bought her a car with no strings attached.
Okay.
No, read it all. Don't sit up here trying to sift through.
This is not a real blog. This is like
Oh, no, it ain't real.
It was media takeout.
It was definitely real. Media takeout was our time, and you knew if you made media takeout, that was when they didn't have
Shaquille O'Neal dumps
Natalie
hoops.
Nunn.
No hoops, baby. Please, I ain't never took an L.
Something ain't adding up.
It says Shaq dumps hoops for bad girl Natalie Nunn. Do you want to click it?
So you did.
I think they had something. Because if somebody just gave you a car platonically, you ain't got to pull up no media takeout to prove that you took somebody from somebody or that you were even adjacent to something like that. Yeah. I think he smashed.
The Nicole. Do y'all understand?
Okay. Vonda back there listening to me in the background, child. Hold on, Mauricio said, I believe she was working at Chin. Oh, I'm finna go. That's enough. But look, that's it. That's all. Great show today. Thank you, everybody, for coming up. That's how we're going to end. I think it's a great place to go ahead and wrap up. Thank you, panel. Thank you, everybody that called in. Huh?
I said, thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you. So, yeah, that's it. That's all. Natalie, I think you're lying. I think it was way more to it. I think you were with Shaq. At first, I was open. But then you want to pull up and then you cross your leg and got real matter of fact about Shaq dumping somebody for you. Yeah. That's it. That's all. Thank you, everybody. God bless you. I will see y'all later. You say you don't believe her? F. Harper said, I don't believe her. Neither do I. At first, I was like, let me just be open. Because I'm already coming as a woman. First of all, back in that day, in that time, Shaq wasn't Shaq is generous now. So this was back during the superhead days, y'all. Okay? When she's talking about, you was putting in work if you got a bug. And to tell that means, listen, I ain't trying to be funny. If you got a bug and everybody else got a BMW and or a Mercedes, then you probably wasn't doing what you needed to do. Yeah, so you take your bug and you scram. That's all I'm saying, because everybody else was getting houses. You got a bug. You could have got yourself a bug. Natalie Nunn, pose for me, baby. Hey. Yeah, she didn't get that for free. Not back then. He's very generous now. Yeah, thank you, newbie. Why talk about it? Because she want to show Shaq. See, I'm one of these bitches that can come out here and not even say what we did. I just tell him, he's just generous. The fact that you talking about it lets me know something happened. Okay, that's it. That's all. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. That concludes this Saturday. I said what I said, and just look, this is our 65 episode. We've done 65 episodes. We have been pretty consistent over here. And if you haven't already, we have a new level of membership available. Make sure you join.